Dear friends, welcome to Learning About. Now this is the sixth and the last video in this series where I am solving CGL Tier 2 Mathematics, that is Quantitative Abilities paper. So question numbers 81 to 100 I'll be covering here. So let me start with question number 81. Now all the previous videos, the links are available in the description below. Please have a look at it if you haven't already seen those videos. Now this question, so I'll write this part as it is. Okay, now the last part, now recurring form, there is P by Q. Okay, now P by Q form of 0.7 is 7 by 9. Now P by Q is 7 by 9. Okay. Now here it is 0.4. Okay, so 0.4. P by Q form is 0.4. Now this, if you take it together, you get 723 plus that is so you get 28 by 90. 28 by 90, so you get 0.56 plus minus 0.723 dash plus 0.31. okay, so now this 28 by 90 is like you can write as 0.31. now if you solve for this, you will get 0.56 and 0.831 is 0.877 recurring 723, so that's equal to 0.154. okay, that's answer option A. Okay, so actually this is the answer options are this. So answer is answer option A for question number 81. Question number 82. An alloy contains copper and zinc in the ratio 4:3, and an alloy B contains copper and zinc in the ratio 5:2. A and B are taken in the ratio of 5:6, melted to form a new alloy. The percentage of zinc in the alloy is closest to 2. So let us consider only zinc, in the first, so that's 3 out of 7. Now this zinc here, it is 3 out of 7. Now this zinc here, it is 2 out of 7. okay, now it's taken the ratio of like 5 parts and 6 parts, right? So this is 2 by 7 into 6. Now whole divided by 5 plus 6, 11. Now that's equal to 27 by 77. okay, so that's approximately 35%. That's answer option A for question number 82. Question number 83. A price of petrol increases by 19% and Sunita intends to spend an additional 12%. Now what should be the reduction? Okay, so let's say the price is 100 now. Now the price increases by 19%. The price is 112, but she can spend up to additional 12%. So she can spend up to 112 rupees. So what she can't spend? She can't spend 7 rupees. Now whatever she can't spend, that much she can't buy now. Now that is the amount that she has to reduce. So 7 by 119 is 1 by 17. Now 1 by 17 in terms of percentage, it is closer to 6. It is closer to 6 because 102 is 6 times 17. So it is close. 100 is closer to 6. Option C, 6% is the nearest rounded integer. That's the answer for question number 83. Now question number 84. 3 fractions x, y and z, where it is given that x is greater than y and y is greater than z. When the smallest of them is divided by the greatest, the result is 9 by 16. That is z by x. Okay, now that is equal to 9 by 16, which exceeds y by 0.0625. So which means you can write z by x minus y is equal to 1 by 16. Okay, now 0.0625 is 1 by 16. So 9, this is 16, I'm sorry, 9 by 16 minus y is equal to 1 by 16. So you get y is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, now if x plus y plus z equal to 13 by 24, that is 37 by 24, what is the value of x plus z? Okay, so that is you subtract y, that will be x plus z, that will be 25 by 24. Okay, so x plus z is equal to x plus y plus z minus y. So that's answer option A for question number 84. Now question number 85. See, this can be written as 2x cube and this can be written as 3y power 3, right? Now this is equal to, we can write it in the form 2x plus 3y into, I'm just writing a cube minus b cube. Okay, so 4x square plus 9y square plus 6xy. Okay, I'm just using the a cube minus b cube formula, which is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. So from this we get a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 3, okay, and c equal to 4 and d is equal to minus 9. So what is a plus b plus c minus d? Now that's equal to 12. That's answer option D for this question, 12. Alright, now question number 86. When an article is sold at the mark price, it gives a profit of 25%. If a discount of 9.6% is allowed, the mark price, what will be the profit percentage? So when it's sold at mark price, it is 25% profit, right? So that's 1.25. Okay, so that's 1.25, which you can also write it as 5 by 4. And when you offer a 9.6% profit, discount on it, okay, a discount of 10% is 0.9. So a discount of 9.6 would be 0.904, okay, into 5.4. Now that will be like, so this is 0.226 you can write. Now into 5 is 1.13. Okay, so that will be a profit of 13%. That is 1.13 means a 30% more than the cost price. Okay, so this is the mark price. Okay, now this is the discount, and a discount on the mark price, what you get is a selling price. Now this selling price is 1.13 means it is it is 13% profit over the cost price. So answer is answer option B for question number 13. I'm sorry, question number 86. Question number 87. A person sells an article at 16% below its cost price. Had he sold it for 33 more, he would have gained a 14%. Okay. So 16%. Okay. So he's selling at 16% below its cost price. Had he sold it for 33 more, he would have gained 14%. See, minus 16 to plus 14. Okay. Now that is 33 rupees or $33, whatever. Okay. So that is 30% is 33 rupees. 30% is 33 rupees. Okay. Now what is 100%? That's 110 rupees. Now if to gain 25%, so what is 25% of this? 25% of this is 27.5. Okay, to gain 27.5, you should sell at 110 plus 27.5, option C. 137.5 is answer for 87. Now 88 is a very easy question to find the unit digit. Now a number is ending with 4, the unit digit will end with either 4 or 6. If the power is an odd power, the unit digit will be 4 itself. Okay, and 3, so 333. Now here what you have to do, the powers, the unit digit will be either 3 or 9 or 7 or 1. Okay, it will be a cycle repeated. Okay, it will be a cycle that is repeated. So now we have to, what we have to do is we have to divide this by 4 and look for the remainder. Now the remainder is 1 here, which means the unit digit will be same as 3 power 1 because it's cycle of 4. Okay, so it's a unit digit, you have to divide by 4, so the remainder is 1, so the unit digit will be as 3 power 1 minus 7. Now again for 7 also it's a cycle of 4, so 7, 9, 3, 1 and again 7, so cycle of 4, divide by 4, what is the remainder? 2 is the remainder, so 7 square 9. Okay, so finally it is 4 plus 3 7 minus 9, 7 minus 9, the outcome will end with 8. That's answer option D for question number 88. Question number 89. Now here I think we can use the relation a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc. Okay, then a plus b plus c equal to 0. Now that we can bring it here. So how to do that? We can just write, okay, so this part I think, okay, so we can write 5x plus 1 cube plus x minus 3 cube plus, now this part you can write it as 6x minus 8 whole cube. Now that's equal to 3 into 5x plus 1 into 3x into x minus 3 into 6x plus 8. Okay, so I'm just using this, as I said, a cube plus b cube plus c cube equal to 3abc, then a plus b plus c equal to 0. Now which means 5x plus 1 plus x minus 3 plus 6x minus 8 is equal to 0. So that means like 12x equal to 10, and so x is equal to 5 by 6. That's answer option C, 5 by 6. Question number 89. Question number 90. By selling 2 articles for 800, a person gains cost price of 3 articles. Now what is the profit percentage? See, by selling 3 articles for 800, a person gains cost price. Okay, so the gain is equal to cost price 3 times cost price. Okay, that is, what is gain? Selling price minus cost price. Selling price minus cost price equal to 3 times cost price. Okay, so this is this was again one of the questions where it has said that discrepancy is found. Okay, but we can, but based on, you know, like whatever is given, we can just proceed and try to get the answer. So which means here we get so by selling 2 articles for okay, so 2 articles, right? So it is twice the selling price minus twice the cost price. Now that is 3 times the cost price. So you get 5 times the cost price is equal to twice the selling price. Okay, so selling price, we know it is 5 times the cost price. So we know 5x 5 times cost price. Now that's equal to 800. So cost price is equal to 160. Okay, cost price is 160. So two items cost is 320 and it was sold for 800. Okay, it was sold for 800. So what is the profit? The profit is 480. The profit is 480 and it was actually bought for 320. So 480 by 320, it is 1.5 times, that is 150 percentage, like and it should be like 50 percentage, like no, I'm sorry, it's 150 percentage. Yeah, it's 150 because this 480 is itself profit. 480 is profit. So profit by cost price, 480 itself is profit. Profit by cost price is 150. That's answer option A. Now 91. So let us just try to write it in a simple form. So 9 into 6 by 24. Now we know the BODMAS rule. Bracket of division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. Plus 8 divided by 2 of 5. Okay, minus 30 divided by 4 of 4 plus 27 into 5 by 9. Now this can be further simplified and wrote, this is 4 by 9. Now 2 of 5 is 2 into 5, so you can write it as 8 by 2 of 5 minus 30 divided by 4 of 4 plus 15. So you get 9 by 4 plus 4 by 5 minus 15 by 8 plus 15. Okay. So 40 is the LCM. So you get 90 plus 32 minus 75 plus 600. That's equal to 647 by 40. That's answer option A for question number 91. Question number 92. Now here, so we can again use this tan theta is you can write it as like cot 90 minus theta. So you can write this as tan 90 minus 61. Okay, so which you can write as, so this becomes cot square 61 minus cosecant square 61. Here cot square 54 similarly will okay, cot square 54. Now secant square 36 will become cosecant square 54. Okay, yes, secant theta is equal to cosecant 90 minus theta. Okay, plus this value. Now here what you have to remember is sine square 1 plus sine square 89. Now that's equal to 1. Similarly sine square 2 plus sine square 87 equal to 1. And so there are 89 terms. The middle term is 45. So sine square 45 is equal to half. Okay. Now if you put all this together, what you get? You get cot square 61 minus cosecant square 61 plus cot square 54 minus cosecant square 54, okay, plus all these values. Okay, so there'll be like 44 such terms. Okay, if each is 1, in 44 such pairs. Okay, so together you will have 22 plus half. Okay, 22 plus half. Okay, and this is minus 1 and minus 1 plus 22 and a half. You would lead to 20 and a half. That's answer option 20.5, answer option B for question number 92. Now question number 93. In triangle ABC, the medians AD, BE and CF meet at O. What is the ratio of area of the triangle ABD to the triangle AOE? Okay, so ratio of triangle ABD to AOE. Now let's just look at the diagram here. Now here, okay, so since this is all median, they meet at, okay, so you have 1 1 1 1 and 1. Okay, now what is triangle ABD? ABD is like 1 1 1, you have 3. Okay, so ABD is like 3, the area is 3, and here AOE, this that's 1. Okay, so the answer is 3:1. The answer is 3:1. That's answer option C. That's the answer for this question, 3:1. Answer for question number 93. Now question number 94. A sum X is divided among A, B and C. The ratio of their shares are AB is 6:7 and BC is 3:2. Okay, and the difference between A and C share is 540. Okay, now so A, B, C together you can write it is 18:21:14. Okay, now the differences between A and C is like 4 parts. If 4 parts is 540, right, that's the 540 that's given here. Okay, if 4 parts is 540, then the full value, that is 35 plus 18, that's 53. Okay, 53 parts is 53 into, if 4 parts is 540, 1 part is 135, 53 into 135, that's 7155. Answer for question number 94. Now 95. Okay, now 95. Now this is like 4/3 divided by, now we should give half in BODMAS, you know BODMAS. Okay, so that's 20/7 of 28/5. Okay, now this divided by this is 32/5 divided by 9/2 of 16/3 into 3/4 into 8/3 divided by 5/9 of 6/5. Okay, now this is like 4, and this is also 4, and here this is 8, this is 3. Okay, now here off should come first, so 5 and 5, this is 2 and this is 3. Then we should go for division, so this is 4/3 into 1/16. Okay, divided by this is 32/5 into 1/3 into 8 into, here it is 3/4 into 8/3 into now 3 and 2. Okay, now so this is like 4 and 8, this is 4 and 3 and 3 gets cancelled, 2 and 4, 4 and 4 gets cancelled, so you get 1 by 12 divided by 4 by 15 into 3. Okay, so that finally leads us to 15 by 16. That's 15 by 16, that's 0.9375. You can also write it as 1 minus 0.0625. Okay, so it is in the form 1 plus k, so that plus k is minus 0.0625. so the answer is, it is between this and this, answer option A for question number 95. Now question number 96. 4 men and 5 women can complete a work in 15 days. So 4 men and 5 women, they can complete a task in 15 days. 9 men and 6 women, they can complete a task in 10 days. Now if I take this 3 common outside, I have 3 into 2 men and 3 men and 2 women, they can complete a task in 10 days, which means I can write 3 men and 2 women, they can complete a task in 30 days. Okay, so that's one relationship. Okay, now so if I bring this here, what do we have? 3 men and 2 women, like they have 30 days. Now if they work together, what happens? 7 men and 7 women, they can complete a task in 1 by 15 plus 1 by 30, so that's like 1 by 10, so they can finish in 10 days. So 7 men and 7 women can complete a task in 10 days. So that means I can also say 1 man and 1 woman can complete a task in 70 days. Okay, or I can say 10 men and 10 women can complete a task in 7 days. Now because what is asked, we have to complete the task in 7 days, right? Now the other way of now one more relationship here, 7 men and 7 women can do the task in 10 days, and here it is given like 9 men and 6 women can complete a task in 10 days. Now from here what do we get? That is, if you reduce 1 woman, right, so 7 men and 7 women, right, now can finish a task in 10 days. 9 men and 6 women also can finish a task in 10 days. Now if you reduce 1 woman, you have to add 2 men. If you reduce 1 woman, so we can say the amount of work done by 1 woman is equal to 2 men. 1 woman is equal to 2 men. Now here, okay, 10 men and 10 women can complete the task in 7 days. Now what we want is with 4 men we have to complete. Okay, if 4 men we have to complete, right? Now if you are now here 10 men and 10 women can complete task in 7 days. Now if you have only 4 men, that is you need to replace 6 men. Okay, so you need to replace 6 men. Now here we get 1 man is 2 men equal to 3 women. So if we want to replace 6 men, we need 3 women. So if we are subtracting 4 women, if you're subtracting 6 men from this and you're making it 4 here, so in that case we should add 3, because 2 men are equal to 1 woman. Okay, so 4 men plus 13, 10 plus 3, 13 women is, they can complete a task in 7 days. It looks a lengthy one, but it is actually if you just follow what I have said, okay, I think it's very easy to do. The answer is option C, 13 for question number 96. Now question number 97. Two distances are 396 kilometers apart. Okay, and see, it's actually 5 the train meet in 5 point, train meets after 5.5 hours. Okay, train meets after 5 point. See, when two places are there like opposite direction A and B, right, and when they meet, the distance covered together is the total distance. The distance covered together is the total distance. Okay, which is given as 396. So together they have covered the distance of 396, and with a time duration of 5.5. Okay, so that is equal to 72 kilometer per hour is the total speed. Okay, now when they come in the opposite direction, the speeds get added. Okay, so which means it's given that speed of y equal to 10 kilometer more than 10 kilometer more than x. So x plus 10 is equal to 72. X plus 10 equal to 72. So you get 2x equal to 62, x equal to 31. So 31 and 41 are the two speeds. So what is asked here is the speed of y, which is 10 more than x. X is 31. So 10 more than x. Option A, 41 is the answer. Okay, 41 is the answer for question number 97. Now question number 98. To do a certain work, the ratio of the efficiency of x and y is 5:4. Okay, now working together, they can complete the same work in 10 days. If y alone starts working and leaves after 5 days, the remaining work will be completed by x alone in how many days? Okay. So the working efficiency is 5:4 days. Now working together, they can complete a task in 10 days. Okay. Now let's say like y does 5 units of work per day, and x does 5 units of work per day and y does 4 units of work per day, right? Now totally they do 9 units of work per day, 9 units of work per day, and if they work for 10 days, then 90 units is done. 90 units is the total work done. Now if y alone starts working and leaves after 5 days, what happens? Y works for 5 days, 4 units per day. Okay, 4 units per day, that's 20 units of work is done. Now totally 90 units of work is to be done. 20 unit is only done by y, so remaining unit is 70 unit. So 70 unit of work is to be done. Now x will do 5 units per day. If he works at that rate, he will complete the task in 14 days. That's answer option A for question number 98. Now question number 99. Metallic sphere of radius 8 centimeter is melted and drawn into a wire of a uniform cross section if the length of the wire is 24 meter and its radius is okay. So we can kind of map the volume. Okay, is the first case you can take it as sphere. Okay, that's 4/3 pi r cube. Okay, so r is like 8, and the other side the wire you can take it as you can consider it as a cylinder cylinder shape. So pi r square, r is what we are supposed to find, and this is 24 meters. Okay, now we should solve for, okay, so you get r square now 24, this is like 3 and this is okay, so gets cancelled. You get 8 into 8 is 64, 256 by 9. You get r square is equal to 256 by 9. R is equal to 16 by 3. That's 5/1/3. That's answer option B for question number 99. Now the last question in this paper. If the curved surface area of a solid cylinder is 1/3 of its total surface area, then what is the ratio of its diameter to its height? Okay, so we know the formula. Here it is. 2 pi r h, okay, and the other side it is 2 pi r into r plus h, right, and this is 3 times the other, okay, this is 3 times the other, so 2 pi r anyhow is common, so you are left with 3h is equal to r plus h, so you get 2h is equal to r, you get h by r is 1 by 2. Now what is asked is 2r, diameter 2r, okay, so h by 2r is equal to 1 by 4, okay. So diameter to height is 4:1 ratio. That's answer option B, right. So with this, this paper is completed. Now I hope all the 6 videos were useful in preparation. So 2 hours and 100 questions. It's highly unlikely to be solved in 100. 2 hours. Highly unlikely to solve all the 100 questions. But if you practice, probably solve, like 2 or 3 previous year papers, I'm sure you'll be able to complete it and score the maximum marks. And this is the quantitative abilities paper is definitely a scoring paper. And thanks for watching the video. I think you found this video series useful. Please like, share and subscribe to Learning About. Thanks for watching the video series. Thank you. We'll meet in another video. Thank you.